Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm back so soon with already another video. I'm like on a roll, back to normal. Today I wanted to talk to y'all about my new job. I can't really say where I'm working because I'm not really sure I can say that online. But I am working in consulting, which is pretty great, I think, so far. It's just been a week of training so far, then I have a week of training this week. So I'm not really here to get into specifics about what I'm doing because, again, I can't really talk about, and I kind of want to keep those two worlds separate also. But I did want to tell y'all just, how I'm doing emotionally, being bipolar or having bipolar disorder and dealing with like OCD and like all of the anxiety and like the depression, all of my mental health stuff, dealing with all of that. And, this time last year, I was on my way home to Chicago, and I was going into like treatment, and I was just going on medication, and I'm in a completely different spot than I was last year. And for me to be basically, graduating from college and then starting like a big boy job, it's a lot. I think it's a big change for me. I also moved to Atlanta from North Carolina, where I was going to school, so another big change as well. I'm from Chicago, went to school in North Carolina, and now I moved to Atlanta like last week or like a week and a half ago this time. So I'm super excited about moving, super excited about starting my new job, this new chapter of my life, super excited to be done with school. All of that is great. But because of all of these changes, I have felt some type of way. I don't think it's been as intense as it would be if I wasn't on medication. For those of you who don't know, I'm currently taking lithium and gabapentin. Gabapentin I use mostly for my anxiety and I take as needed. Lithium I take to stabilize my mood. So currently lithium is working wonders. I haven't had a manic episode and I can't remember when. I also haven't really had a depressive episode and I can't remember when. There have been some times where my mood has dipped, maybe for like a few hours or maybe like for an afternoon or maybe for like a day or two, where my mood will dip. I won't necessarily be depressed, but I will, feel kind of somber. I will feel kind of sad. And that's basically just on stress. And there have been some days where I'm elevated. But I really don't know if I can classify those as being depressed or being manic because one, it doesn't fit the criteria for the DSM in terms of me being sad for only a few hours or a day or two. And that only happens also when there's a big event. So if I'm stressed about all the training and work I had to do, maybe those are normal emotions. If I'm stressed, maybe I should feel not should, but maybe people feel sad, and that's, it's okay to have emotions. I shouldn't necessarily be happy go lucky all the time. That would be problematic. That would be something else to address. For the most part, my mood has been stable. It's my anxiety that has been acting up recently since all of these changes have happened. I think because I'm staying in a hotel right now for the past 2 weeks, I feel I'm not at home and I don't have a base, which has given me a lot of anxiety. I'm really homesick. My training has started in Chicago, so I'm actually in Chicago right now. I moved to Atlanta, then flew here for training, and I've been here for about a week and a half, which is insane because I'm from Chicago, and why would I feel homesick if I'm in Chicago? I saw my family this weekend, I saw my friends this weekend, I'm going to dinner with some friends on Thursday, so why should I feel homesick? And it's weird because when I was in Atlanta, when I was moving in and everything about 2 weeks ago, I was thinking my dad and my family live in Atlanta, but I don't really have that many friends down here yet, and I feel kind of lonely. So it's I don't know, I feel I'm in this weird stage of anything could happen. I feel very much so just dangling in the air. I think being at Wake Forest, being at school, being at college with my friends, it was very much a routine, and I kind of it was very familiar. I understood what kind of happened. I understood what's going to happen in the future. Right now it's the future is an open book, the future is undefined. Anything can happen. Theoretically, I'm done with college. I could get an email tomorrow about an even better job. I can't imagine me doing this, but if I got a really cool job offer, I could just, say screw Atlanta, screw the job I'm at now, and fly to Los Angeles if the job's out there. That's not going to happen, I think. I have anxiety in the sense that I don't know what's going on in my life. I have my life all put together. I have a job, I have a place to live, I'm moving, I'm making moves, as they say. But it really just feels because things are so undefined, I don't know what my fall will look like. Normally it'd be oh yeah, fall, I have my classes and go to school. Like, it's all, like, you know, settled and done. I know I'll be working, but like I don't really know what I'll be working on. I don't know what projects I'll be working on. I don't know what people I'll be meeting. Like, the people I meet here at work are gonna be my coworkers and everything. But like in the fall, when I go back to Atlanta next week, I could meet like a completely different people this summer, and I could be best friends with people in the fall I didn't even know now. I could have like a girlfriend in the fall. I could be married next year. I don't know. It's like life. I've completed life in a sense. I've completed like my first chapter of life. You know, I did all my schooling. I want to go back to grad school, but I've done all my schooling, graduated college, and now I have a job, and I'm like an adult. I'm living on my own, and like if I really wanted to, I could pack up all my stuff and go to Europe and not say anything to anybody, because I don't have to, like, you know, I don't have to ask permission. So it's that's what's freaking me out. And I don't like routine normally, in the sense that like I hate doing the same thing over and over again each day. But the fact that like life is really my own decision now, like I can control where I go, I can control, like, you know, what my life trajectory is, and in some aspects I can't control it. There are certain things that could happen, and that it's just the unknown. I think the unknown is what's freaking me out. So dealing with this, yes. So how I've been dealing with this, I haven't really been dealing with this because I've just been so super busy working and training that I haven't really had much time to think about it, honestly. And there have been times where, like, you know, my anxiety flares up in the day, but then I like literally will forget about it because I'm like, I have no time to address it. But I think that this is really just my way of addressing it, making a video, being openly honest with myself, and understanding that just because I'm taking lithium, just because, you know, I have all my bipolar medications, it doesn't mean that like my other mental illnesses go away. It doesn't mean that my OCD or ADHD goes away. It doesn't mean that my bipolar disorder goes away, and that all of these things are constantly things I need to manage it through sustainable routines or through sustainable practices. So I've been drinking a lot of water. I've been trying so hard to eat better. Eating better is crucial. I think it's really great because while at work we get 3 meals a day, and there's veggies and there's, like, you know, protein, and I can, like, you know, load that all up, and that's great because I'm like really bad at cooking like all the main food groups. So that's all here for me. So I think it's really that's the next piece. I think managing my life as sustainably as possible, and what that means, you know, I exercise regularly, just trying to do all of the good things to keep my anxiety low, so that I can deal with my anxiety when it does come up, or I can deal with those, you know, sad times when they come up. I've been feeling, you know, it's weird because I've been saying like, screw Wake, screw college, I can't wait to like leave, and now I miss everybody. I miss Wake, I miss what I used to do, I miss all my friends, and I feel like that sort of, I have, you know, attachment issues. So like that attachment of losing sort of like that part of my life, it freaks me the fuck out. I'm terrified, in the sense that like I don't know, like in my mind I'm thinking like I'll never see those friends again. I'll have to make new friends, like those people are gonna forget about me. Wake is no more. I don't really have a desire to go back to Wake and like visit, but my friends, the people aspect, I know that that's not true, but my anxiety tells me that it is true. So yeah, just going through that, I think it's just something that I've been dealing with. And I think through sustainable practices like exercising, eating better, drinking lots of water, taking vitamins, I take vitamin D, and I take biotin for my hair, and I take turmeric, and I take fish oil, and I take a whole bunch of other things. But just really making sure that there's no reason for me not to be able to deal with these things. And honestly, I think that all of these practices, while they are a lot, have helped me deal with them, because the point is not necessarily to like reduce anxiety or to eliminate anxiety or to eliminate sadness or to eliminate like super happiness. Like all of these things, you know, I think are normal. It's just that when you're manic or depressed and like, you know, I want to kill myself because I got yelled at and like my mood drops, or like I'm so excited that like the day is over and I feel like it's acceptable to go spend a crap ton of money, and like I get in this weird like y'all seen it. I don't think that's the point. I think that the point is to learn how to manage it, to decrease anxiety to the point where, like, you know, I can manage the anxiety that I do have, to stabilize my mood so that I can manage, you know, those normal emotions. And I think that's just called being a human. And I have to learn that, like, life is hard and medicine's not gonna fix life. Everybody goes through these challenges. Everybody who's probably 22 goes through these feelings of like, I'm an adult, I don't know where life's going, like you know, I'm confused. I think that these are all normal emotions, and the fact that I'm on medicine right now and the fact that I'm doing all of these practices really helps me manage it. So yeah, I hope y'all can take something from this video. I mean, if you can't, just, you know, shoot me a DM or shoot me a comment. I think that, you know, learning more about how we can live after, you know, we're in a good place, because it doesn't stop there, is super, super, super important, and it's like a necessity. So like, share, you know, subscribe, comment. I love to hear from y'all. Y'all are amazing, and I do this 100% just because I love hearing back from y'all, and I like to know that, you know, I'm helping somebody, even if it's just one person. And honestly, these videos help me too. It's like a little self-therapy. Until next time.